Good morning students, this is class 12th maths lecture 13th of chapter 7th integrals. Today we will discuss the exercise 7.5. So question 15th is to find the integral of 1 upon x raised to the power 4 minus 1. So see, first of all this can be written as x square minus 1 into x square plus 1, right? Now let x square as equal to y for the simplification of the given function, right? Now this will become 1 upon y minus 1 into y plus 1, and this can be written as 1 by 2 into 1 upon y minus 1 minus 1 upon y plus 1. How will you get this? Keep this equal to a upon y minus 1 plus b upon y plus 1. Then you will get a as 1 by 2 and b as minus 1 by 2, right? So this will become equal to this. Therefore, so the given integral 1 upon x raised to the power 4 minus 1 will now become equal to 1 by 2 into integral of 1 upon y minus 1, that is x square minus 1 into dx. Now in place of y again writing x square, because we let x square as equal to y just for the simplification of the given function. We are not substituting x square as equal to y in the integral. Why we are not substituting? Because see, when you will derivate both the sides, then you will get 2x into dx equal to dy, because derivative of x square is 2x, but 2x does not exist in the integral, right? Therefore we had taken x square as equal to y just for the simplification, right, and not for the substitution. So this will become this integral 1 by 2 into integral of 1 upon x square minus 1 minus integral of 1 upon x square plus 1. Now you know integral of both of these functions. So 1 by 2 as it is, integral of this will be 1 by 2 into log x minus 1 upon x plus 1 minus integral of 1 upon x square plus a square is tan inverse x, because here a is 1, plus c. Now solve this. This will become 1 by 4 log mod of x minus 1 upon x plus 1 minus 1 by 2 tan inverse x plus c. Clear? Now question number 16th is integral of 1 upon x into x raised to the power n plus 1 into dx. Now see what we will do. Multiply and divide the function with x raised to the power n minus 1. See why we have done this. Now we can take x raised to the power n as equal to t, and when you will take this as equal to t and derivate both the sides, then the derivation of this is n into x raised to the power n minus 1. Now x raised to the power n minus 1 exists in the integrand. So this integral will now become, in place of x raised to the power n, t into t plus 1, and this x raised to the power n minus 1 into dx will be dt upon n, right? Now see this function 1 upon t into t plus 1 can be written as 1 upon t minus 1 upon t plus 1. Now further steps you have to do by yourself, because you know the integration of this also and integration of this also, right? And in the end, in place of t again put x raised to the power n. Now question number 18th is to find the integral of x square plus 1 into x square plus 2 upon x square plus 3 into x square plus 4. Now see, for the simplification we will let x square as equal to t. So this function will now become t plus 1 into t plus 2 upon t plus 3 into t plus 4. In place of x square just write down t. Now see, this is an improper function. Why? Because the degree of the polynomial in numerator is same as the degree of the polynomial in denominator, right? Therefore divide the numerator with the denominator, and when you will divide it, then you will get this as the result, that 1 minus 4t plus 10 upon t plus 3 into t plus 4. So the integral of this function will now become integral of this, and we know the integral of 1 but we don't know the integral of this. So write it down as equal to a upon t plus 3 plus b upon t plus 4, right? It can be written down like this by partial fraction. Now find out the values of a and b. 4t plus 10 will be equal to a into t plus 4 plus b into t plus 3. From here the constant of t is 4 and the coefficient of t from here is a plus b. Here the constant term is 10 and here the constant term is 4a plus 3b. So after solving these two equations, you will get the value of a as -2 and of b as 6, right? Now the integral value of this function, which is in actual this, because we let x square as equal to t. So in place of t, write down x square. So 4x square plus 10 upon x square plus 3 into x square plus 4 into dx is equal to now -2 upon x square plus 3 plus 6 upon x square plus 4. Now you know the integral of both of these functions. So this is equal to -2 as it is. Integral of this will be 1 upon x square plus root 3 square. So integral of the function will be 1 upon a here is root 3 into tan inverse x upon a plus 6 as it is. Here a is 2 because 4 is 2 square. So this will be 1 upon 2 into tan inverse x by 2 plus c. Now the integral of the complete given function is integral of 1 minus integral of this function. Now integral of 1 is x and integral of this function we just calculated, it is this. So you will get the final answer as x plus 2 by root 3 y plus, because here it is minus and here also it is minus. So it will become plus 2 by root 3 tan inverse x by root 3 minus 3 tan inverse x by 2 plus c. Clear? Now question number 19th is integral of 2x upon x square plus 1 into x square plus 3 into dx, right? Now see, to solve this function we will first let x square as equal to t, but also we can see that 2x exists in the numerator. Therefore we will do the substitution, derivate both the sides, then you will get 2x into dx equal to dt. Now this integral will become, in place of 2x dx dt, and in place of this t plus 1 into t plus 3. Now you know how to solve this by partial fraction, right? First of all, write down 1 upon t plus 1 into t plus 3 as equal to a upon t plus 1 plus b upon t plus 3. Then find the values of a and b and you can solve it further. Now see, question number 20th is same as question number 16th. Just in place of n, now here it is given 4. So we will apply the same procedure, multiply and divide the the function with the x cube, right? So this will become x raised to the power 4 and here in the numerator x cube will come. Now you can easily take x raised to the power 4 as equal to t. Then after differentiating you will get 4x cube into dx equal to dt. See, you have to understand that in which questions we should do the substitution. Now here I have let x raised to the power 4 as equal to t and x cube exists in the integrand in numerator. Therefore we can substitute it in the function. Therefore derivate both the sides, you will get this. Now x cube into dx will become dt and the rest, this x raised to the power 4 into x raised to the power 4 plus 1 will become t into t plus 1, right? Okay, x cube into dx will be dt by 4. So dt upon 4. Now 1 by 4, this can be written as 1 upon t minus 1 upon t plus 1. Now you know the integrals of these two, so you can complete the question. Now question number 21st is integral of 1 upon e की power x minus 1 into dx. In such type of question, let e raised to the power x as equal to t. Now differentiate both the sides, you will get e raised to the power x into dx equal to dt. Now we will substitute it in place of e raised to the power x, t will come. So t minus 1, and in place of dx, dt upon e raised to the power x, that is dt upon t, right? Now this can be written as integral of 1 upon t minus 1 minus 1 upon t, and you know the integrals of both of these. Integral of this will be log mod of t minus 1, and integral of this will be log mod of t, and in place of t, in the last put e raised to the power x, right? Then you will get the answer. Now we will discuss the next topic, which is integration by parts. So this topic basically tells if two functions, product of two different functions of the same variable x is given, then how to find the integral of such functions, right? So we will derive the formula. So let u and v are any two differentiable functions of x, right? Then derivative of uv with respect to x, you know, is by the product rule, it is u into derivative of v with respect to x plus v into derivative of u with respect to x, right? Now integrating both the sides. When you will integrate this side, so this is integral of derivative of uv, so this will be uv only, equal to integral of this complete will be integral of u into dv by dx into dx plus integral of this function. Now take this integral on this side, then you will get integral of u into dv upon dx is equal to uv minus integral of v into du upon dx. Now because u is a function of x, then let u as equal to fx and derivative of v with respect to x as equal to gx, right? Now see, differentiate both of these sides, then you will get du upon dx equal to f dash x, and integrate both of these sides. So when you will integrate this, you will get v equal to integral of gx with respect to x. Now see, put all of these four values in this equation. So you will get, in place of u, f of x, in place of dv upon dx, you will get gx into dx equal to, in place of u, f of x, in place of v, integral of gx minus integral of, in place of, see this, du upon dx, write down f dash x into v, v is now integral of gx into dx, and then into this dx as it is, right? So integration by parts says that the integral of product of two functions is equal to fx into integral of second function gx minus integral of derivative of fx into integral of gx, right? Now see, in these type of questions you have to understand that which function is to be taken as fx and which is to be taken as gx. If suppose they have asked to find the integral of x into sin x, then you have to decide that which is to be taken as fx and which is to be taken as gx. If suppose this function is given, then it is the product of x square plus 1, which is an algebraic function, and into log x, logarithmic function. So you have to decide which is to be taken as fx and which is to be taken as gx. Now to decide which function is to be taken as first function, that is fx, and which function is to be taken as the second function, that is gx. For this we have this rule called ILATE, where I stands for inverse trigonometric functions, L stands for logarithmic functions, A stands for algebraic functions, T stands for trigonometric functions and E stands for exponential functions. So see which letter exists first in this islet, that function should be taken as the first function. For example, see in this integral, this is the product of algebraic function, that is A, and of the trigonometric function, right? Now see which letter comes first. Algebraic function is denoted by A and trigonometric is denoted by T. So A comes first in this islet word. Therefore, take this x as the first function, that is as fx, and sin x as the second function, that is gx, and apply this formula which is known as integration by parts. So you have to learn this formula also, right? Now see in this question, x square plus 1, this is algebraic function. So A, and this log x is logarithmic function which is denoted by L. Now in this word, L comes first. Therefore, take log x as the first function, that is fx, and this as the second function, right? So always use islet to decide which function is to be taken as fx and which is to be taken as gx. Clear? Now see one example, integral of x into sin x. So I have already told you that we will take x as the first function, that is fx, and sin x as the second function, that is gx, right? Now apply the formula. The formula is fx into integral of gx minus integral of f dash x, that is derivative of fx, that is of x with respect to x, into integral of second function sin x complete into dx. Now x as it is, integral of sin x is, we know, minus cos x. See, do not write c here, we will write c, the constant of integration, in the end of the question only, right? Minus integral of, now derivative of x is 1 and integral of sin x is minus cos x. Now this will become minus x into cos x. This minus minus will become plus integral of cos x into dx. Now again integrate this, so you will get minus x into cos x plus integral of cos x is sin x plus c, right? So this is how we can solve the integral of product of two different functions in terms of x, right? Now next second part is integral of x into e raised to the power x. Now see, this x is an algebraic function and e raised to the power x is exponential function. So a comes before e, therefore we will let x as the first function and e raised to the power x as the second function. So this is equal to x into integral of second function minus integral of derivative of first function into integral of second function into dx. Now x as it is, integral of e raised to the power x is e raised to the power x minus integral of derivative of x with respect to x is 1 into integral of this e raised to the power x is e raised to the power x into dx. Now x into e raised to the power x minus integral of integral of e raised to the power x is e raised to the power x only plus c, right? So this is how you can solve it. Now next is integral of log x. Now you can see the given function log x, the given function is only log x, there is not any other function, but because we do not know the integration of log x, therefore we will use integration by parts to solve this. Now this function can be written as 1 into log x, right? Now because we don't know the integral of log x, we cannot treat log x as the second function, so we will take log x as the first function, that is fx, and 1 as the second function gx. So this will become first function into integral of second function minus integral of derivative of first function, that is log x, into integral of second function, that is 1 into dx. Now log x as it is, integral of 1 is x minus integral of, now derivative of log x is 1 by x into integral of 1 is x into dx. Now this is x into log x minus this x will get cancelled, so you will get integral of 1, and integral of 1 is x plus c, right? So this is the integral of log x. You can also learn this formula, because if they ask to find the integral of log x, then you have to do this. But in the other questions, if we want to use the integral of log x, then we can directly use this formula, right? Therefore learn this also. Now your homework is that you have to do question 1 to 10 of exercise 7.6. Okay, thank you.